Welcome to the Galactic Medical Academy on station Kepler 442, the best place in the galaxy to learn about healing. But today's lesson is less about medicine and more about madness. Meet Professor Ixtar, a being with crystalline skin, about to introduce her class of alien students to a new subject, a human. A collective gasp went through the room. Humans were the newcomers, the galactic oddballs. Their biology was a mix of fascinating and downright terrifying. In walks Marcus Webb, a construction engineer. He's just an average guy, here to help the students with their practical exam. First up, a simple scan. A Threnian student, looking like a floating cloud of tentacles, drifts over. The scanner beeps, and the student's translator crackles with pure confusion. "Professor," he says, "the human's pain receptors. They're 3 times higher than a Velcrian's." The professor just confirms it. Yes, humans feel pain more intensely than almost any other species. One student, whose species is known for fainting at a paper cut, looks like he's about to pass out. "How do they even function?" he whispers. Marcus just laughs. We manage. The exam continues. The students are baffled by the human's primitive but powerful heart, his extra organs, and an immune system that attacks invaders with terrifying aggression. And then it happened. While reaching for something on a high shelf, Marcus scrapes his arm on a metal case. A gash opens up, and blood, that weird, iron-based human fluid, starts flowing. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Medical emergency. One student shrieks. He's hemorrhaging. Another wails. The whole classroom panics, thinking they're about to watch a sentient being expire right in front of them. Professor Ixtar rushes for the emergency kit, but she stops dead. She hears something impossible. Laughter. Marcus is laughing. Whoa, everyone relax," he says, pressing a hand to the wound. "It's just a scratch? Just a scratch?" The Threnian student's translator practically explodes. "You're losing vital fluid." Marcus just calmly walks over to the med station. "Yeah, it's bleeding a bit. Got a first aid kit?" The students watch in silent horror as the human treats himself. He washes the wound, applies an antiseptic that would make most aliens scream, and doesn't even flinch. "Oh yeah, it stings like hell," he says cheerfully while wrapping a bandage around his arm. "But I've had worse. Dropped a plasma welder on my foot last month. Now that hurt." A student faints. "You dropped a plasma welder on your foot and survived?" Someone whispers. "Broke 3 toes," Marcus shrugs. "Took a few weeks to heal." "You just work through it. You work through it," the professor repeats, as if hearing a foreign concept for the first time. "So, humans regularly get hurt like this and just keep going?" Marcus looks confused. "Well, yeah. What else would we do?" One brave student asks, What would you consider a serious injury?" Marcus thinks for a moment. "I guess if you can see bone sticking out, or if you can't stop the bleeding or internal bleeding, or..." Another student faints. Later, Professor Ixtar is trying to make sense of it all. They feel more pain than us, yet they treat horrific injuries like they're nothing. Her colleague, a wise old Martuk, clicks his mandibles. "You're forgetting their homeworld. A death world. They didn't develop pain tolerance in spite of feeling pain. They developed it because they had to. An enemy that feels immense pain but simply refuses to stop? That's terrifying." And Marcus? He finishes his shift, his arm throbbing a little, but he's already forgotten about it. He walks past the same students, who now look at him like he's some kind of god. He just smiles, completely unaware that he's just become a legend. The story of the human who called a hemorrhage, just a scratch, spread across the galaxy. A new course was even created, human durability and pain psychology, and a permanent note was added to the human species file. Warning: human assessment of injury does not correlate with objective medical data. Always verify. What do you think makes humans so resilient? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this galactic tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from across the cosmos.